sure everything is moving freely, moving smooth. And then when we get the forks on, we'll grab a hold of them and go back and forth and make sure there's no play, you know, this way or this way. All right, so now we're going to install a rubber washer. All right, rubber washer, cleaned rubber washer. Okay, and then the upper ring nut, clean. Now I marked this too, but this just goes on finger tight. Okay, my marks were here, so I see everything was turned this way. And as you can see, they're going to line right back up. Okay, so that's all you need. So that's all you need. So it pretty much fell right back in the place where it was before. The lock washer. Of course, tabs facing down. It doesn't matter which hole. Okay, I'm gonna put mine like this. Okay, now we can put our upper bracket on. Nice and easily. And just like that. Okay. I'll put our washer on. Now I'm gonna put just a little dab of grease here. Okay, I mean just a small amount. And I gotta tighten down the nut. Okay, and of course we're not. Now we're not gonna tighten this yet. So there is a process to do this. So you don't want to tighten this down because you can tighten it here, right, all the way this way, and then it's not in line with your lower bracket. Okay, so we'll tighten this last. So don't forget that, but we will get to that eventually. So we gotta get our forks installed. Of course, the front tire. We're going to set the front tire down on the ground, bounce up and down, make sure everything's aligned. Plastic piece goes up first, then the metal bracket. Okay, it can get turned around real quick. Like, remember, put some Loctite on these if you want. Make sure your wire where your horn doesn't get pinched. Yeah, this got turned around on me somehow. I go back and look at pictures and figure out what in the world happened. So that's why it's always important to take some pictures. And make sure everything's good there. That looks good. By hand. Everything still feels good. So we got the fork height set to the factory height. Some of you guys may, want to raise or lower the bike. You pretty much can only go lower. I mean, you can go a little bit higher, but mainly people want to drop these things down, but I guess now would be the time to do that if you want it. But the goal, the goal here is to have these at the same height. Okay, whatever height you pick, make sure they're at the same height. And you can take your measurement different places, but I took mine off of this ledge to this ledge on both sides, and that's how I determined where I was going to set them. I pretty much set them at the factory height, which here in the manual suggests the second line, because you got your first line here, okay, and just the second line just to the top of this is where I set it. So okay, then once you position the forks, then once you clock the forks also. Okay, so what I determined, you know, they want you to draw a straight line like a cross here, and then, you know, degree it. But reload and TN and compression adjustments will pretty much be straight across. So I mean, that's pretty simple there to figure out. That said, guys, so I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse. I'm gonna put everything back on the front wheel, the calipers, and then we're gonna torque everything down. But at this point, we got these set, okay, and we got these partially tight to where it can hold the fork. Okay, I'm just gonna go through and just tighten the rest of the pinch bolts up, you know, for momentarily, because we're going to have to do the procedure of making sure the lower bracket and upper bracket are square. So and then after we make sure everything is straight, then we'll go back through, torque everything in the right order and at the right spec. And then remember, guys, we have 2 zip ties here. All right, we had 1 down there, which we already got. That's for the horn wire. So we got 2 more here, 1, 2, and then 1 on the other fork. So let's do that real quick. So I'm gonna look at my phone real quick. Yeah, so here's a picture of it. So it kind of came down across like this. And this one was kind of like over here to the front. So that's how we'll do it, just like that. Okay, it's right below this white mark here. Make sure you don't got anything else back in behind there. Okay, you don't get too carried away. Right down a little bit like there. Okay, and then we have another one right here. I can see the line. I can see this. So that one is towards the bottom, right above the upper or the lower clamp.